everyone, thank you for watching again on another episode of Back to Earth, a natural and healthy eating and living guide. Today I'd like to share one of my favorite recipes, which are my herbed baked cottage fries. And this is good for a side dish or a main dish or just all on its own. I have these almost every day. And for this, what you will need, first the equipment, is a large mixing bowl like this, a large dinner plate, and you'll see why later, parchment paper, which is not the same as wax paper. I got this for $2 at my local grocery store, so it's not expensive. You'll need a cutting knife for cutting the potatoes, and you will need parsley, onion powder, turmeric. This is soul food seasoning. This is a mix. This is soul food seasoning. This is a mix of salt, garlic, paprika, onion, and red pepper and black pepper. And this is garlic powder. Now when you get the soul food seasoning, just make sure to look on the back and look on the ingredients and make sure there's no MSG. And you will also need a baking sheet. And of course the potatoes. You can use any kind of potato. For 2 to 3 people, I like to use 3 or 4 potatoes. I like to use red potatoes, but you can use russet potatoes. You can use Yukon Gold potatoes or any other type of potatoes that you like. And also you will need just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, which is the only type of oil that I use. Now first, as you notice, the potatoes are sliced into circles, and they're about 1/8 of an inch thick. So they're not very thick. And you want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. And slice your potatoes into circles. And just take a teaspoon. I'm not even going to measure, but just barely a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. The thing I love about this recipe is that I've gotten to the point where I don't measure anymore. And to the bowl, to the potatoes in the oil, you're just going to go down the line. And this is actually, they're all spices to taste. So I just use about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of parsley, and I grind it up and toss it in there. Then the onion powder, and I just sprinkle it across. Probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon, maybe. Turmeric, same thing, just a little sprinkle across the top. And the soul food seasoning, I use a lot more of this than anything else. I like to just do it about 5 times across the top and get it nice and thick, so maybe about a tablespoon. And garlic powder, another sprinkle across the top. And there you go. Now the dinner plate comes in handy when you're tossing this mixture so that all the ingredients are nice and incorporated on the potatoes. You just stick the dinner plate on top of the bowl and shake it. And you have perfectly tossed, evenly spiced herb cottage fries. And then you just take your parchment paper and you pull out a length that'll fit your cookie sheet or baking sheet. And just lay it on top. Pour your potatoes on the pan and spread them out evenly in as much of a single layer as you can, but if some overlap, that's okay. There you go. And then you just stick them in the oven at 425 degrees. You want to stick them in there for 15 minutes on one side, and then you take them out and you flip each one over, and then you put it in for another 15 minutes, and they'll be done. And I'm going to show you what the finished project looks like in just a second, actually, for you, from your perspective. It has been exactly 30 minutes since I first put them in the oven. 15 minutes into baking, I pulled them out and flipped each potato over so as to ensure that the cooking was even. I don't like it when they're burnt on one side. So it's time to take them out of the oven. Now, if you want to, and I like to, they're perfect. They should just start to bubble a little bit. You should see the skins bubble a little bit. And when they're done and you take them out of the oven, if you want to, you can sprinkle a little bit of sea salt over the tops. And to me, that is perfection. So there you go. These are called cottage fries. And they are my favorite food. So, thank you for joining me. As you noticed, this was a very quick recipe. You can whip these up no problem in about, including the baking time, 35 minutes. Yeah, you can whip these up in about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes maybe. So I hope you get to try them, and I hope you like them. Everyone who's ever tried these has absolutely adored these and begged for more, so I don't see why you'd be any different. Thank you for watching another episode of Back to Earth, a natural and healthy eating and living guide. I hope that you will join me next time on my next episode, and I wish you very well. Thank you.